Together! This is Equity One, Broadway's happy hour.
Pour yourself a drink and join us as we chat about life, theater, and everything in between.
I'm Elliot Maddox.
And I'm Caleb Dickey. Join us for your Equity One.
Cheers! Cling! Hi, Caleb.
Hi, Elliot. I'm so much closer to you now.
Oh my god, we literally geographically closer. You have changed locations. Tell us.
I am. You know, I'm like Carmen Sandiego. Where am I at in the world?
Where in the world?
I'm at my family farm in Ohio.
The family dairy farm in Ohio.
Yes, and so I'm up in my bedroom. It's with this psychedelic wallpaper from the 70s.
I love it.
Amazing?
What is the pattern on there?
So we have some colonial men, we have some Native Americans, and I think they're like selling them blankets. They look really warm. So hopefully there's no smallpox or anything in that blanket. But
probably.
Who knows?
We won't go there.
Yeah. It's a great wallpaper.
It's a different show. And is that a portrait of a cow or is that a fox?
That is a bobcat.
A bobcat. Understood.
Cincinnati Bearcat, bobcats. Who knows? It's a cat.
Bearcats, but yeah, bobcats. Yeah.
Bearcats.
Bobcats are actually, there are a lot of them in our area, in the Appalachian area, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never seen one in real life, but this one looks terrifying. If I was a child, I would be scared of that at night.
Yeah, that's a scary cat. But we're happy that you are in Ohio in your home sweet home.
I know.
That means we are officially 2 hours away from each other. Yes.
If I could leave now, I could probably make it to your happy hour in your home.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, welcome everyone. This is, of course, Broadway Podcast Network Happy Hour. I'm Elliot.
And I'm Caleb.
And we're the hosts of Equity One, Broadway's Happy Hour. We sit each week, twice a week, and we talk to some of your favorite podcasters on the Broadway Podcast Network. And we are so excited this week to have our friend Adam Rothenberg of Bearing It All with Call Me Adam.
Send him in. Yeah.
Hello. Welcome.
Thank you. Cheers.
Welcome. Cheers.
Cheers.
Now tell us what you're drinking there, Adam.
Oh, I am drinking my favorite wine, which is Bartonua Moscato.
Ooh, is that a sparkling Moscato?
It's a sweet wine.
Nice.
Very sweet.
Yes.
I'm having some Chardonnay that I don't really like. But I opened. So I'm just trying to take it easy and sip slowly. So if it were delicious, I'd chug the whole thing, but I'm gonna sip nice and slow.
That's like the line from American Psycho where he says, "That's some fine Chardonnay you're not enjoying."
Just
remember that Broadway hit?
Yes.
Now I'm actually missed American Psycho, but it looked fabulous.
I will say, visually, it was incredible. I mean, I think they did a really great job with it. I loved the movie when it came out. I think it was really Christian Bale that I loved.
Oh, sure. So sexy in that movie.
Yeah, yes. But they did a really, really great job with the Broadway production. I mean, I thought visually, the costumes, the blood was incredible.
Love the blood.
Yeah.
The end of you're not going to see it, but the end of Act 1, the screen comes down and they splatter the blood up on it, and you're like, oh.
Yeah,
it was
so
hot.
cool.
Yeah.
I was sorry I missed it.
Well, maybe there'll be a revival.
Maybe so, but I don't think Alice Ripley will be in the revival.
No, it'll probably be somebody else.
Yeah. Wait, Kayla, what are you drinking?
Classic G&T.
This
is my last bit of Hendrix. I think next happy hour I might have to have a new cocktail.
Yeah.
Recipe. We'll see.
I mean, I'm trying to switch it up so I'm not just drinking the same thing, and also so that I don't have to go to the liquor store. I'm trying to go through everything that we have.
Yes.
How did you choose the Chardonnay today?
Just because I wanted to finish it. And
you've been drinking it.
I had a glass.
Even though you didn't like it.
Yeah, I had a glass on Easter because it was in the fridge. It was cold. I was like, I like Chardonnay fine. And then the glass wasn't great. and so I stopped drinking it. But the bottle is open and in the fridge, and I can't.
You need to finish it.
Yeah. So, and I'm trying to take it easy today. I'm trying to like relax into drinking, like not like go like hard with liquor today. So it just a nice sip of a Chardonnay. I won't say the brand because
it wasn't good.
I just want to clarify that you're drinking out of a plastic glass. Is that right?
Yes, it's a Tervis brand wine glass, and it keeps your drinks really cold. Yes, Alan. Because also, like, no one knows this, but like, I mean, I guess I can show the magic a little bit. Like, this is like a table that I've set up in a bedroom, and it's like a folding table, and
does it crisscross right in front of you like this, right in front of you?
They're not crisscrossed legs. They're like straight. Okay. But it's not like a stable table, so I don't want my glass. If I don't want to break a glass or anything.
I hear you. Oh, well, that is an acceptable response. Thank you.
Yeah, everyone. Alan, podcast ad.
Yes, he makes us stop by. Question: did you guys receive your stimulus today?
No, not today.
Are we talking? Oh, we're talking about money.
Yeah, we're talking about money because I thought we could drink about that. Like, I received my stimulus, so cheers.
I didn't receive my stimulus today, but I did receive my first unemployment payments today.
I think that's a bigger reward.
Yes, the fact that you were able to get it through.
Oh my gosh! Well, luckily, I'm not new to unemployment. Let's just say that they know me at the New York State applications for labor assistance. So, I already had my account. I already had like employers in there. Boop, 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 boop. You just have to be really cautious. Like anyone who's filing for the first time, there's so many like tricky questions. Like the language is tough. So luckily I kind of know to like really read through and get it together. And so I think that helped me kind of get that as quickly as I did.
Okay.
But yeah, that was lovely this morning.
Adam, are you still working or are you unemployed right now too?
Well, I actually left my job in November.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been not working. I mean, I've been not working since November.
Sure.
Yeah. I've been focusing on my podcast and website and everything like that.
Yeah. You gotta
get the ducks in a row.
Take the leap.
Yes, and I did take the leap.
Yeah.
Little did I know that this is what we need to be jumping into at the time. But at the time, it was the right choice.
And it still is. I mean, this is all temporary, and it'll pass, and everything will be fine. So we just have to kind of like push through.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Caleb, I do want to make a comment about your wallpaper.
Yes,
because
please.
You mentioned that it has a colonial man in there, and one night I was at my boyfriend's house and I woke up in the middle of the night and literally at the edge of the bed, there was a colonial man standing there. And
I love ghosts.
Was like, what is going on? And I just remember telling it to leave and to get out. And I started kicking it. I mean, I'm literally sitting there at the edge of my bed, if you can see this. And I'm like, kicking it. And told him to leave. And knock on wood, he has not been back since. But your wallpaper, when you mentioned the colonial man, reminded me of that moment.
Wait, love that. Did you sage? Have you saged?
No.
You should sage.
We should, but we haven't yet.
Wait, okay. I need to know more about this.
I need to know too. Yeah.
Was this the first sighting anyone had of this ghost?
It was the first time that I had seen it. I would say this is going back like a few months, like probably somewhere around that November, December time.
Oh my
God. And it was the first time I had ever seen anything at his place, and he has never seen anything before.
Oh my gosh! So
where does he live? Is it like a haunted apartment? Like, is it an old?
I mean, not that I know of. It's a 3-family house, and we're on the first floor in Brooklyn. So, as far as I know, it's not haunted. And I mean, luckily, Mr. Colonial Man has not been back since.
Oh my God!
You kicked him out. You said, "Get out, stay out."
Yeah.
Now, okay. You kicked him. You kicked him good. Wait. Yeah. Okay. So, have you have you seen ghosts in other locations before?
I have felt like I think at my own apartment in the city, I've not seen a full-fledged ghost, but sometimes when I'm there by myself and I'm looking down our little hallway, it's not like a real hallway, but a hallway to like that leads to my roommate's room, I feel like I have seen something floating.
Energy.
I have felt things definitely. So I do feel like I've had experiences before. And sometimes I get those, I don't know if anyone else does, but I get those sort of like
heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, where you're like, oh my God, it feels like something went through you.
Mm-hmm.
I have
never felt that
throughout my life.
You haven't, Elliot? It's a really like cool feeling. I feel like it feels like pins almost.
Yeah. Sort of like did you see Ghost either?
Yeah.
Okay, so remember in the movie when like Whoopi Goldberg's character jumped inside Patrick Swayze or Demi Moore, and they were like, oh my God, it's sort of like that.
Weird.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So maybe you're just like really connected with the supernatural.
I think a little bit. I mean, I'm not as connected as like a medium, like a Tyler Henry or Teresa for the Long Island.
Teresa Caputo.
Oh yeah.
But I do think I have some connection to the spirit world because I also have a lot of dreams that I have a lot of deja vu in my life where like I'll dream about something I'll dream about something and then a few months later to even a year later to however long, I am in a similar situation where like I've been here before.
Yes, I have deja vu all the time.
I love it.
People say when you get that, you're where you're supposed to be. That's what people have said.
Well, that's good.
So,
yeah,
that's good. I've also had the same dream twice, like once as a little kid and then again as like an adult.
Like recurring.
Yeah. Like I have it. I've had this dream where I'm on like a pirate ship, sort of like in the last scene in Goonies, and I'm like chasing the pirates and everything. And I remember it vividly, and I had it as a kid, and then I had it again as an adult, and I was like, oh my God, I remember having this dream as a kid, waking up, and now I'm having it again. And it wasn't like that I watched Goonies right away or something.
Right.
Well, any dream experts watching, like, sound off in the comments and tell Adam like what the dreams mean.
I actually used to do a dream interpretation video series with a friend of mine, Jefferson. We used to have a video series called Dreaming With. And I would interview the person, and then he would interpret a dream of theirs. And he was fantastic. He was spot on every time.
Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah,
I love
yeah, he's so good.
So what would he say about your dream? I mean, we don't have to go there if you don't want to.
We actually, oddly enough, at that time, it wasn't on the forefront of my mind.
Sure,
that I had that dream, but I know everybody that we featured, they would tell him the dream, and then he would pinpoint what was happening in their life, and they would be like, "That is exactly what I'm thinking."
That's crazy. I love that. I'm so bad at remembering my dreams.
Oh,
but I have them a lot.
It takes practice.
Yeah, it's like sometimes do you wake up in the middle of the night with them?
In the morning.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if you woke up in the middle of the night, he has, and I know other dream experts have suggested writing it down or doing like a voice diction. Orfeh, you know Orfeh.
Yeah, of course.
She's very into dreams and dream analysis as well. We talked a little about it, but we never really got to move anywhere with it.
Right.
She's also very fascinated by that whole topic.
Oh, that's so fun. That's so cool. Well, what's been entertaining you through this quarantine? What have you been watching, consuming? What's Oh
my gosh. A lot. Let's see. I've watched. I watch. I don't watch Stars in the House every day, but I certainly watch select episodes. I finally watched Indoor Boys, the web series that Alex Wise and
Indoor Boys. I'm writing this down.
Yeah. It was 3 seasons. Alex Wise and I can't believe I'm getting his name off the top of my head.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Wesley Taylor.
Wesley
There
Taylor.
it is. Thanks, Alan.
And it's incredible. And Carolee Carmelo's in the second and third season, and so comedic role, such a comedic role she plays. Vanine Cox is in it. It's incredible. I've been watching Katie Huffman's web series Katie Did, where she plays like a altered version of herself. And I'm up to episode, I think I've watched the first 5 or 6 episodes, and that's enjoyable. I watched Tiger King.
Of course.
Started watching Riverdale finally.
I haven't gotten into Riverdale, but I want to. Like, how many seasons are there?
So there's 3 on Netflix, and then I think they're in their 4th season now on regular TV. I watched the first season. I mean, it's definitely like supernatural crazy, but it's good. And I love Luke Perry, so it's you know, and that was of course his final role. But it's great to see him in it. I've never watched Law and Order SVU all the way through.
Oh, so you're like starting at the beginning.
I'm starting from season 1, so I have 430 episodes left.
That's a heavy binge.
It
SVU.
is.
You know, not super lighthearted.
No, that's why I'm doing maybe an episode a day or 2 a day. I'm also rewatching Younger for the 3rd time all the way through.
Oh, fun!
Yeah.
I'm on an episode of Younger as an extra where there's a pool party on a roof and we have yellow towels.
Oh my God, I'm going to look for you now when I rewatch it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We were on top of some rooftop in New York and it was kind of like early fall. So it was cold.
Yeah.
But we're like in this pool and we're like,
oh my God.
like really cold. It was a fun, like, early job.
Oh
how,
my God,
how dreamy is Nico Tortorella?
Dreamy. He was... And Hillary Duff was there too. It was like everyone was there.
God. I want to be on his Instagram show that he's doing now.
I know.
I sent an email. I'm waiting for my response.
Oh my God, great.
Reply.
I love his Instagram presence, and he's just like so dreamy.
He's so great. No, I love him so much.
Yeah. Now, Younger is over, correct?
Well, the 7th season is supposed to premiere sometime in maybe June. Sometime in the spring. So
okay, because I'm wondering. I keep wondering. Like, I mean, I don't watch the show. I watched part of the first season and then kind of just like fell off. But I, you know, it's obvious from the trailers that, you know, Sutton is still like clean cut or like Brooklyn. Like, what do I do? And I can't wait for her to decide. But I really hope she. But the other guy is so hot too.
Oh, Peter Herman. Who's his wife is Mariska Hargitay from SVU.
Yeah, they came to see Beetlejuice, and I remember being like, "Oh my God, it's Mariska Hargitay," and then I was like, "Oh my God," and that guy is her husband.
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure that he was on 30 Rock, and that's how I know him.
Oh, okay. He might have been.
He played like he did like an episode where like Liz Lemon like went on a date with him and they realized they were cousins.
Oh no.
It's very funny. But yeah, he's very handsome and very tall.
Yes.
Wow.
He's been on a few episodes of SVU actually, with her. And she has yet to come on to Younger. So I hope
oh my God,
for the
that would be
7th season, because it's the last season.
That would be what like a crossover, like some heinous crime is committed on Younger, and you bring Olivia Benson in.
That would be so much fun. Oh my God, that would be incredible.
Caleb, what have you been watching?
So Alana Levine told us about Unorthodox on Netflix, and I started it, and it's amazing. I'm obsessed.
That's on my list. Yes,
it's really good. I don't really want to give too much away, but it's about like a girl who escapes Williamsburg. They do this in the first episode from her Orthodox Jewish family, and it's really good. So
I hear it's so good. Everyone's talking about it.
Yeah, we watched 4 episodes in a row, and they're like hour long, I think.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
bingeable. We've been watching. We started Sex in the City. I had never
love that show.
seen it. I'd seen I had seen like episodes of it, you know what I mean? Like, and I know like who the characters are in the premise of the show. But watching it from start to finish is really fun. We're just finishing season 1, and it's really charming. It's so great, and the cast is so good. Like, it's so like clear why they became so iconic, in those roles.
And it only gets better after the first season. It only gets better.
Well, I can see. I'm excited to see second season because the first season has already improved like leaps and bounds from the pilot, which was like cute. But like now we're at the end of the first season. I'm like, oh my God, this is hilarious. This is great. So I'm really excited to keep watching it. Are you going to
watch the movies too?
Probably after. Yeah. Yeah.
I loved the first movie. Was so good.
I know. And then the second one is like iconically terrible.
Yeah. I mean, it's grown on me a little bit. I have watched it a few times now.
Yeah.
It's grown on me. But I watch the whole series all the way through at least once or twice a year.
Of Sex and the City?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I love it that much.
That's so fun. Like I never grew up watching it. The only reason I know Sex and the City is I feel like it used to come on after Mad TV, like reruns on Fox.
Yes.
So like if I were up late in high school, I would like stay up and like fall asleep to it, like put the sleep timer on, But yeah, that's been basically my only frame of reference. So that's been really, really fun. And also we're really loving we're really loving. Not really. I mean, I watched Mommy Dead and Dearest for the first time last night.
I haven't watched it, but
it's a documentary based on this mother who like told her daughter she was sick, like it was like Munchausen's by proxy.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
it inspired the act.
Yeah, the act. Okay, yeah, that's what I was about to say.
So it inspired the act with Patricia Arquette and I don't remember who played the daughter,
the girl.
Yes.
But yeah, it's been really that's wild. If you like true crime, I mean, I think anyone who likes true crime has seen it. But oh yes, Mike, we did cover Tiger King. Tiger King
quickly. It's old news.
Yeah, Tiger King is like, when we say what are you watching, it's like obviously we've all watched Tiger King. Like there's just no way to exist in this moment without having watched it.
Have you watched the catch-up episode yet? I don't even have any. I don't want to though. Is it worth it?
Yeah, it was cute.
Okay.
Wait, what's the catch-up episode?
So they just released like a reunion special.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
With Joel McHale, and it was actually kind of cute. We watched it, and then we were kind of like, this is the first time we've watched something like this, like post quarantine that's like remote and whatever. That's like not it felt normal. Like it didn't feel like cringy or like the Wi-Fi was weird. It was like it felt like normal, like we were watching a show, and he was super funny.
I love Joe McHale. I used to watch him on Talk Soup.
Yeah. Yes, so he did a great job. He has kind of the perfect sense of humor to like talk about something like Tiger King that's like so ridiculous.
Yeah.
He has, and it was funny. Like some of the cast members were just like laughing at him the whole time. He did a great job, but that was really it was good. So it's worth a watch.
Now, did watching it make you want to like? I know for me, watching it made me want to sort of open up a park like that, or
it made me want to
animals. Yeah, it did make me want to.
Oh my God. What would
the pressure of feeding them got to me. I was like, how are we going to feed these cats with old meat? What? No.
It is expensive though. I mean,
yeah,
I'm surprised at how expensive it was and how much they cost too. Just one cat.
Yeah. It did not make me want to open a zoo, but like, what would your zoo be called? Like what, like,
oh, I didn't get that far. I just I just want to have the animals, and I just loved how they got to like play with the lions and the tigers. And I think because I'm a Leo, I have an affinity for lions and tigers and feline animals like that.
Sure, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that it's such a crazy story. I mean, it's so amazing that we're all getting to like experience something like that all together in this like weird time.
Yeah.
It's been a real equalizer, Tiger King.
And now they're working on a musical of it with them.
Yes, apparently
I think everyone is working on a musical of it.
But Andrew Lip is like actually writing music for it. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see.
Wait. I thought that was an April Fool's thing.
Well, so Alex Timbers posted an April Fool's of it, but I think Andrew Lippa actually wrote music for it and like had Kristen Chenoweth sing a song.
I will.
There was something about that online, but that was an April Fool's thing.
The thing Alex Timbers posted was
with Carrie Butler.
Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me.
That was that was April Fool's.
Oh, I was April Fool's then. Oh, look how easy it is.
Oh my
to
gosh,
get me.
It's so look. We're all more susceptible to being gotten.
Yeah.
During this time.
Yeah, we are. We are.
Listen.
Yeah, it's all we can do.
The truth.
Well, we're gonna move into doing a little like interview a la how we do our show.
Okay.
So we like to start our episodes by asking our guests what first got them interested in theater when they were a young person.
My parents took us to I believe Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat was my first show. Or at least one of my first shows. I remember loving it. I love that show. I still listen to the original cast recording.
Love Joseph.
The music, the acting. I mean, and who knew at that time, I was so young, I didn't really know a lot of the actors and stuff. But now that I'm older, I mean, the fact that I got to see Laurie Beachman as the narrator is like incredible.
Wild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that voice is just, nobody like her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up on Joseph too. I grew up on the Donny Osmond recording, the Toronto cast.
Uh-huh.
But I am obsessed with Joseph. I want to be in Joseph so bad. This is me putting it out there that I want to be in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. So I'm looking at you, that revival that's supposed to be coming.
That would be incredible. I got to see it actually in Boston when I was living in Boston. A touring company of Joseph came through, and Debbie Gibson was the narrator.
Word.
And I remember going to the stage door before the show started, and she was there. And I got to meet her, and I had my Electric Youth perfume with me, and she signed it, and it was so nice and so great in that show. I really wanted her. I wish they had released a cast recording of her.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like so many, it's so fun looking back on shows like that have had like a real life, and like so many different like amazing people have done those roles. Like that's when
Who was the Andy Blankenbuehler one that we saw on tour? Who was that?
Diana DeGarmo.
Yes.
What a voice she has.
She was great.
Yes.
And Ace Young, her husband, they always do that too. He was the Joseph. That was a great production. I loved that production.
I would love to see that one.
Joseph is so fun because you can do so much with it. I mean, it's like, it's exciting. It's like colorful. It's like, I mean, I think it
quick.
could. Yeah, it's quick. We love a fast show. We love.
And they added a mega mix at the end.
Hello.
I love the mega mix.
There was no mega mix when I saw it in 1980 something.
You gotta have a mega mix.
You do. And I feel like they were also the show that sort of started that curtain call. Let's sing a few of the hits.
Yeah. Yeah, it's such a weird thing that is now like so common and like accepted as normal. Any of our theater historians, like it's just I still wonder why sometimes, because I love to see shows and then applaud and leave.
Leave with that memory.
Yeah, I don't need like a second show when the show is over, because usually like when I'm like, oh, the show's over, that was amazing. Okay, it's another. Okay. Here we go.
I think it depends on the show. I mean, I think like a Mamma Mia, I think it certainly lends itself to that. I don't know. I don't think every show needs to do the mix at the end. But certain shows, I think, like they did it. I remember with All Shook Up, they did Come On Everybody again. I think it was, and So I think if it's like a jukebox musical,
yeah.
When you can't fit it in the show, you just put it in the mega mix. Like
news. I loved like that, like a Newsies dancing bow. Great.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Great. But like at Beetlejuice, we like had for like 3 performances like a big mega mix bow, and we were all just like, no.
I didn't get to see one of those 3 performances.
Yeah, but we try everything.
Yes,
you gotta see what sticks.
Yes.
I had like tambourine choreography, some confetti to throw. I had that was fun.
Show stopping. It was a showstopper.
The show had stopped.
Sorry, yeah.
The show had stopped. Where did you grow up, Adam?
I grew up on Long Island.
Okay,
so like 30 minutes outside of New York City.
Did you come in and see shows a lot?
I feel like we came in at least once a year to see a show. So, I mean, some of the shows I grew up, in addition to Joseph, I mean, I saw Phantom of the Opera. I saw Les Mis, Me and My Girl, which I also distinctly remember because I remember going to that not only with my parents and my brother, but my grandparents, I think my aunt and uncle. I think it was a real family affair.
Oh my God!
Look here.
Oh my God!
Special guest Orfeh.
I was very blonde for like 2 tries. Here I am.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh my goodness! So, I've got a moment before I have to get on another Zoom thing. Has it been extremely, overwhelmingly busy today for everybody?
Kind of, yes.
Okay, good. Okay. So,
it goes in waves.
No?
Me.
So here I am. Who brought me up as a dream interpreter? What's going on?
I did. Remember a few years ago, I was doing that dream interpretation video series, and we kind of talked about having you on, and you were like, you love dream interpretation, and you love everything about that. So then when we were talking about this dream that I had, where I woke up and there was this colonial man, I brought up that you and I had that discussion, but we never did anything more with it.
Oh, okay. Well, here I am.
Well, where did your interest in dreams start?
I'm just an extremely lucid dreamer. Have always been. My dreams are as real as the universe is at any given moment.
Wow.
And it's always been that way. I don't drink or do drugs, so I know it's just a gift. So, and they've been exceptionally, I think everybody's going through this, but they've been exceptionally bizarre and lucid during this whole quarantine. So, and I'm able sometimes, I've done it 3 times in my life, but I've actually been able to go into my dream and get myself out of a dream.
Wow.
You've been yourself.
Yeah, just 3 times though, literally 3 times in my whole life. And I'm like, I can't figure out how to hone it, but I did it a couple of times.
That is so interesting.
Yeah, it was weird. It was really weird. It was very, very strange. But again, none of this is drug induced. How is everybody?
Doing okay. Just hanging in. Chilling out.
Quarantinis.
Having a little drink, a little happy hour. What can we do?
It's too light outside for me. I can't. And then I can't get up at the crack of dawn and do the grueling, evil workouts I do. So.
Oh my gosh.
So
it's so hard
to.
It's extra hard to get motivated. Stuck in the house.
Yes. I signed up for some online courses that has helped because it's a specific time that you have to be there. So that has helped.
Yeah. Every very major university is offering courses and stuff. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, there's plenty for people to like do and stay busy. So if you can find it, then go for it. Now's the time.
That's what I say. That's what I say. I'm so happy to see you all.
We're so happy to see you. What a lovely
popping by.
You look like a dream.
You're very kind. Thank you. Lots of makeup and lots of good lighting. Well, the lighting's not good right now, but lots of makeup for bad lighting because we've literally been doing stuff all day. We just do as much as possible.
As much as you can.
As much as you can, raising money, all sorts of stuff. You have to do what you have to do.
Yeah. Orfeh, do you think you could interpret my dream that I had?
What did you dream? Let me see.
So I woke up in the middle of the night. And there was this colonial man standing at the edge of our bed, and I was yelling at it to get out, and I was kicking it, and it has not come back since. But he was definitely out. There was an outline of a real person there.
Okay, well, first of all, I think the colonial man that you were trying to get away from you is significant of and indicative of and allegorically this pandemic. That's what I think. However, I watch the Travel Channel religiously all day sometimes. It's on in the background. And they talk about a lot of like colonial ghosts. They're very active ghosts. Okay. So you might have just had a visitation from a ghost.
I think it's a ghost.
Yeah.
Don't you? I mean, they're very, very active. If you ever watch like paranormal, whatever, and caught on camera and all that, I mean, it's just such a great escape for me at this point in time. I don't need to listen to the news 24 hours a day.
Right.
But they always talk about how the colonial ghosts of those battles and those times are highly active. So
wow. Well, there you go.
I think it's a combination. I think you had a visitation, and I also think he was kind of signifying the ghost of all that's going on right now. You know what I mean? And you shunned it, so that's good. You're getting it away. That's my 50-cent interpretation.
I love that.
I'll pay the full 50 cents.
Yes.
What's your Venmo? We'll send it to you.
Donate it to my charities. Yeah, you know. But that's it. I think I have to jump on another thing for they're doing. I'm not even going to tell you because it's too schmaltzy. But I'm going to jump off. But I'm so happy I was able to figure this out and see you guys for a minute.
Thank you so much for hopping on. We're Faye, everyone.
Mwah, 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 mwah.
Bye. Stay safe. Thank you.
Oh my God, I love her.
What a treat.
That
Special
was
guest,
incredible.
Special guest, Alan.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was like Christmas.
Yeah.
I aim to please.
You gotta earn that paycheck.
Yes.
Where were we? What were we talking about?
Shows that
growing up.
Growing up, yeah.
Saturday Night
I'm
Fever.
I was so excited. I'm worn out a little bit.
Right. Legally Blonde.
Yeah, all of those.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we would go in like once a year to see a show.
Yeah, I feel like that's usually the case. Like people come in here and there and then they kind of catch it, but I haven't encountered so many people that came in all the time. Yeah. Until maybe they're like teenagers and like sneaking into the city, like
Ricky Hines
to like
cutting class to go see Cats.
Yeah. Well, tell us more about your website, Call Me Adam, and your podcast, Bearing It All, and kind of how that part of your life came about.
Okay, so my website came about because I've always had a day job. Well, until November, but I've always had a day job. And on the side of having a day job, when I lived in Boston and when I first moved back to New York, I used to do stand-up comedy on the side. Mm-hmm. And that did not go very well, clearly, because I'm sitting down and I'm not doing anything. Well,
you're a stand-up guy.
Thank you. So I was looking at, I decided to stop doing stand-up comedy, and I was still looking for a way to entertain people. And this girl that I knew was like, oh, why don't you start a blog? So it was just around the time when Facebook was becoming more mainstream, because when Facebook didn't exist when I was in college. So I started emailing some people in the Broadway community that I had met enough times that I felt like they would know my face, even if they didn't remember my name. And I asked them if they would like to be part of at that time, my blog. And they said yes. And then I started emailing more people. I started working with press reps, and my website kind of took off from there. And then my podcast. So about two years ago, maybe 3 years ago at this point, 2 or 3 years ago. Sorry, I almost choked on my wine.
Oh, no, take your time. Savor it. Savor it.
Which is odd because I wasn't even drinking it right in that moment.
But like the aftershock.
Yeah.
We know all about drinking, so you don't have to explain anything to us.
I'm glad. So I wanted to like expand at that time my website somehow and come up with something different. So I just came up with the title Burying It All with Call Me Adam. I loved the idea of like you're gonna reveal things about yourself. And I know some people thought it was like, oh, he's gonna do something naked. And I'm like, no, it's more about revealing your soul. So about 2 years ago, I did it as a night at the Green Room 42, and Annie Golden actually helped me launch it. She was my first guest. She brought Lynn Tucci from Orange is the New Black, and then Lauren Elder was one of my guests as well, and Bobby Cronin, who wrote my theme song that I use in my podcast and that I was also using in my video interviews. So they were my first 4 guests, and I had a great time. And unfortunately, the live show didn't work out at that time. But I kept the Burying It All with Call Me Adam idea, and I was like, well, what could I do? And then I lost my video guy who used to record and edit my videos. So, and in looking for a new video person, it was just too expensive. So I was like, you know what? Let me try podcasting. And so I started recording, and then I saw the announcement on Playbill that the Broadway Podcast Network was starting, and I wrote to Alan, who he and I actually had met like a year and a half before that at the Loveville High press night. So I wrote him and asked him how I could be part of it, and I sent him some episodes that I had, and he said he'd like to have me as part of the network. So that's how I became part of the network.
And the rest is history.
Yeah.
Same page. Hilarious.
We love that.
Yeah, that's so fun. I mean, that's kind of the way we all evolve into making stuff is you were always figuring out a way to do your thing, and you just followed the way that it led you through all the mediums.
Yes.
Print, visual, audio.
Yep. Video, everything. How did you both meet and start Equity One?
That's a long story, but we met back in 2009 at a dance competition.
Oh my God.
We were roommates for all of college. We moved to the city together. I'm really speed tracking this. Like, really, we're hitting major points.
College roommates, best friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we were going back banter, and Elliot's boyfriend was like, you guys need a podcast. And so we recorded on a whim. And then about like a year and a half later, we heard about the Broadway Podcast Network, and here we are. That's in a tight nutshell.
No, I love it. And now here we all are together.
Exactly.
Yes.
I love it.
Okay, so the part of the premise of your podcast is that you get someone to reveal something that they've never told anyone before.
Correct. Yeah.
So,
or that they have not talked about in previous interviews.
Right, of course. Now, Adam, has anyone turned the tables on you? Has anyone ever asked you to reveal something that you've never said in a
sometimes, yes.
Well, we're doing it right now.
Okay.
We're Call Me Adam and you.
Okay. So what's something that I have not talked about with people? It's too bad this wasn't last week, because I just revealed the person who I had the hardest time interviewing last week. Which I'll tell as like a quick thing. And then, so my hardest interview ever, and since she's no longer with us, I feel like I can finally say it. But my hardest interview ever was Marion Seldes.
Okay.
And I interviewed early when I was first starting out my website. And I got to do it in person, but it was like pulling teeth to get her answers. I mean, literally every question was like, she didn't have an answer, or she didn't want to pick
short,
a favorite.
and it was just like,
yeah. So, I'm trying to think what's something I haven't revealed.
What's like an intimate like bedtime routine that you've never told about? Is that something, or do you want something deeper?
No.
I love it.
I will say my most like recent bedtime routine is I have to watch Shark Tank before bed.
Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban. I mean, I have to say I love Lori.
I've watched maybe one episode in my life.
I just started. I forgot how. It was just, it was like a marathon, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just turn it on, and I was just instantly addicted. I'm so impressed by everybody who comes on that show with their ideas, and I love to see how they choose who they want to partner with, who they don't. I love when they negotiate back and forth, and then the person negotiating ruins the deal because the shark doesn't want to go with what they offered, and then they're like, I'm out. I love the roster of like guest sharks that they have. I mean, one season, Bethany Frankel was on.
Wow.
And it's all, I mean, pretty much I've been just watching reruns on CNBC.
Yeah.
But I love it. And also then at night, I will say I do sort of have better dreams because of that show. And not that I'm dreaming of inventing things, but I'm definitely dreaming of like sort of like either being on the show with as I don't know, somehow I'm involved with the show. It's never really clear in my dream, but if I went on that show, I would definitely want to partner with Lori, because I have always wanted to be on HSN or QVC.
Sure.
And I had like an idea. I mean, this is going back 10, 15 years ago of when I was going through like a rough patch in my life. And I made these 4 CDs of songs that helped me like feel good. And the first CD were all songs of like sad songs that you can feel sad. The second CD was like, you're starting to feel a little better. The third song was like, okay, you're getting back into the groove. And the fourth song is like, you're on the other side. Everything's great. And I was like, I would love to have packaged those CDs and sold them on QVC, but it's like, it wasn't my music.
Right.
Yeah.
It was, I would have to get the rights to all of those songs. Yeah. So, but whatever it is, I would, and I've grown up. I mean, I used to watch Susan Lucci on Home Shopping Network all the time when she was selling her hair care products and her line. I would tape it. I would literally tape it on my VCR, come home from school and like watch it as my relaxation.
Oh my God, I love that.
So
I was very much like a game show network kid.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
What's your favorite game show?
Well, I love like Match Game. I love like Love Connection 2 and 2.
Yeah.
I loved Press Your Luck, No Whammies.
Yes. Oh, I love Press Your Luck.
Yeah.
My classic is The Price is Right. You can't go wrong with it. I watched it my whole childhood.
I like Family Feud also.
Oh, love Family Feud.
Good one. Good one.
And I used to love, this is before your time, but Joker's Wild.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, I love that. Yeah, but Price is Right, definitely.
It was great. Bob Barker.
Yeah, Hollywood Squares.
I love Hollywood Squares. Whoopi was like my
Love it.
Well, speaking of games, I believe you brought a game or two to share with us.
I did. Okay, so I have two games, and I don't know if we have time for both. So if we don't have time for both, I'm going to have you choose which one you want to play.
Okay.
Okay, so one is more risque, that is sort of like about backstage things that might happen in a show.
Okay.
The other one is more like fun and like who you would be going out with if you were bar hopping.
Oh.
What do you think, Caleb? Can we do both? Alan, do we have time?
How long are they?
I mean, they're not that
we
long.
We got like 10, 15 minutes, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, let's do it.
Way under that.
Great.
Okay, so the first one we'll ease into it. We'll do the bar hopping game first. So basically I'm gonna ask you a bunch of questions about going bar hopping, and you're gonna tell me who you would like to do these activities with.
Great. And now friends of ours are like ideally like Broadway personalities.
Ideally Broadway personalities.
Great.
But feel free to include your friends in that as well. So who do you want to grab a beer with?
A beer?
Yeah.
Alex Brightman.
Oh, Alex Brightman. Oh, this. I'm not used to having the tables turned on me, so I can't think. Andy Carl.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Both of those are fun.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Who do you want to like sit down with over dinner and have a glass of wine with?
Dinner and a glass of wine with, I would say, oh, I don't know. Caleb, you
I
go
have
first.
mine. Emma Stone. I think she's just so amazing. I want to have like a long, nice talk with her. I think she'd be funny. It'd be great. Every appetizer, every dish, we'd have a new talk.
That's a great one.
I love it.
I think mine would be Danny Burstein.
Would you talk about the Drowsy Chaperone?
We'd talk about it all.
I love it.
We would just talk about everything. Just friends, friends on it.
Who do you want to drink a cocktail with?
Patty LuPone, duh.
I want to drink a cocktail with, let's see. I want to drink a cocktail. Oh, with Laura Benanti.
She would be fun.
Would be fun.
Yeah.
And who do you want to learn how to make drinks with?
Learn how to make drinks with.
Yeah, like who would, if you could take bartending class with someone?
Yeah. Chris Fitzgerald.
Oh.
Yes.
I think Robbie Fairchild would be kind of fun with. He's so dreamy, and that would be a fun class.
Quarantine crushes.
I know. Oh my gosh, like he'd be a lot of fun to like make cocktails with.
Yeah.
First of all, Robbie Fairchild was so hot in Cats.
He was hot. I hope we talk with Mike about that.
Cat, and also his dance videos in quarantine have been so good on his roof.
Oh my god, I have to check them out.
They're so good. Yeah, that's a good answer.
I love it. Who do you want to play pool with?
Pool?
Yeah.
I need someone badass. Who's like a badass, like...
I'm going to say Orfeh.
Oh, yeah, Orfeh. I'm going to join you on that one. She's going to teach us, because I don't know how to play.
Special guest. Friend of the show.
I love it. I love it. And who would you want to play Ms. Pac-Man with?
Ms. Pac-Man? I want to play Ms. Pac-Man with
I have mine.
Go.
Kristen Chenoweth, because I think she would be so. You know, when I like to scream when playing games, I think she would be like, like it'd be so fun to play with her.
I think I would want to play Ms. Pac-Man with Susan Blackwell.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And the last one for this portion of the game is Skee-Ball.
Skee-Ball. I would want to play Skee-Ball with let's go with Christian Borle.
Oh, fun.
Have a little Skee-Ball with him. He likes games.
I want like ski with like a hot, sexy man. So like who's like really
to help you behind you, be like, no,
exactly. And you're like, oh, I'm so bad at this. Like Steven,
like Gavin Creel,
Pasquale.
Oh yeah, Steven.
Oh
sure.
Yeah. And like somehow we don't have our clothes on. I don't know why, but like, it's like
look, you make the rules here.
Yeah. Is this the risque game? I didn't know which one we were playing first.
Well, that's a good lead into the risque.
Okay, great. Okay. Segue. Go.
So this portion of the game is called Backstage Booty.
Oh my gosh. Go on.
Okay, so have you ever unexpectedly kissed your scene partner on stage when you weren't supposed to?
No, I wish.
No.
Have you ever asked out a castmate?
Yes.
Yeah.
And did you get a yes or?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you ever hook up with your castmate in yours or their dressing room?
No.
No.
Not sure.
Maybe in a dream.
Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Have you ever dated or went out with your director or choreographer?
No.
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 I mean, no.
No.
I've gone out with choreographers, but I haven't been out with like my choreographer.
Okay. Have you ever had a wardrobe malfunction during the show?
I'm sure. I mean, my wig fell off once.
Yes, my wig's fallen off. But like risque.
Yeah, like a Janet Jackson moment.
I have not.
I haven't. No. Whew, thank God.
Oh wait, yes, of course. Like my pants have ripped.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Have you ever freeballed under your costume when you weren't supposed to, and then when you're going backstage for like a quick change its like surprise?
No.
No, because I'm always in a dance mode. Because you need that support.
Professional, always, of course.
Well, that's all right. I just have to make sure.
Oh my goodness.
And then my last question is: have you ever walked in on a castmate hooking up in a dressing room?
No.
We're
Again,
not very fun. We're not very.
Again, that would be very, very. That would be dream fodder, probably.
Yeah.
Why not?
Ooh, I like those questions.
Oh, good. That's the games.
I love it.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, Caleb, you've been trying to stay busy in quarantine.
Yes.
And as of now, you're a blonde girl from Ohio. You're now a blonde girl in Ohio.
Yes.
And so you're going to do a little segment quarantine moment for us.
I think this is going to be a new thing where I'm going to try and tell you what I'm doing in Ohio and what you can do in your quarantine to make it easier. So last night we played with my family Settlers of Catan, a game friend of the podcast is the Catan. We played it with our guest Darius. So you just need 3 to 4 quarantiners people to play. It's 45 to 90 minutes long, keeps you going. And it's like strategy, luck, cleverness. It's the whole package of a game. So I really highly suggest Catan for your quarantine fun. I found it on the Catan website for $49, but you can find it on Amazon for $44 if you're on a budget, obviously. And I would say Catan is 5 out of 5 blonde girls from Ohio.
Okay, word.
Have you played, Adam? Have you played?
No.
I have played.
It's addictive. It's like Monopoly, but like
Monopoly.
with like
it's like
goods.
Monopoly. I'm bad
Highly
at it.
suggested. So check out Catan.
And I believe there are ways to play virtual Catan.
Yeah, I think so too.
So if you don't have 3 to 4 people with you, 3 to 4 friends around a video screen would probably do it.
Yeah. So that's my blonde girls from Ohio moment.
I love it.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yes.
About your Ohio moments. Do you sing A Summer in Ohio while you're in Ohio?
It comes up a lot. I feel like that song is kind of sad though.
Yeah.
I
mean, there's a sad undertone to it, but
Ohio from Wonderful Town.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there's that too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a storm coming in, so I need to turn on some lights because it's getting darker.
Spooky.
I'm like ominous.
Well, while you turn on the lights, it's time for this week's Merch Madness.
Oh yay!
Go.
Get it out. God, that's good. Oh my God. Thanks, Alan. Now, okay, so we're here with Call Me Adam. And so people are going to call you by your name. So this week we're not doing Call You by Your Name, but we're doing a names t-shirt edition of Merch Madness.
Oh my God, I'm so glad I wore this shirt then.
I know. I should have gotten my Amelie shirt. So this is a winner of Merch Madness. This is the winner of Merch Madness Beetlejuice edition of the final champion. Oh my gosh, the Caleb lighting saga is hilarious. It's our names t-shirt from Beetlejuice. I love this shirt. It's so fun. All the characters with the green Beetlejuice on it. I love the distressed fabric. And then we've got the logo on the back. This is an obvious favorite winner of Merch Madness, Beetlejuice edition. So now this is coming from a show that I saw the last performance of right before the quarantine shut down Broadway. This is my shirt from The Inheritance.
Oh, wow.
My name's Steve from
Did you hear that?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yes.
That
Storm,
thunder.
baby. I know.
Oh my God.
We'll see.
So this is from The Inheritance. It has all the characters on there. And I loved the shirt. I loved the show. It was so good. I was so glad I got to see it.
Beautiful.
And this is a very similar design. It has all the names, and then Morgan in the kind of like pink red kind of color, which is really pretty. And then we've got, again, The Inheritance on the back. These designs are all, very similar.
I saw The Inheritance. I didn't even see that shirt there.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
in the basement. Gotta have those bathroom breaks.
Yeah.
The bathroom.
But so this is a tough round because this is a new shirt. This is really fun and a great experience.
I love that
from
one.
the show.
Yes.
But I also haven't had time to like have the shirt be a big part of my like lexicon of shirts, if that makes sense. It's still a newbie. So I gotta say, the reigning champion, undefeated, is my Beetlejuice named shirt.
It's a classic.
I just love the fabric. I love the colors. Like, this is a really strong show shirt. Yeah. I like Beetlejuice. Sue me.
I love it.
Sue me. And that is Merch Madness.
If you say it one more time, is Alex Brightman going to make a guest appearance?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
You have to say it uninterrupted 3 times. So we're safe. We're good.
Okay. All right.
Now, Caleb, you got one more game for us?
I do. Just 3 quick questions. Oh, we go.
Oh my God. This wind
is blowing. Okay, so Adam, these are just quick questions. They take no skill at all, but just some
rapid fire.
Ponder thought.
I love rapid fire.
After quarantine, what's the first New York restaurant you're going to go to?
Wendy Siam in Hell's Kitchen.
Okay.
My favorite Thai restaurant.
Love Thai. Alan was eating Thai beforehand, and I was saying how much I love Thai. Your favorite leftover candy from Easter? Or are you Jewish?
I'm Jewish. But
do you get Easter candy though?
I used to. Jelly beans it would be though.
Solid. Baked or fried?
What?
Of what?
Exactly. I don't know. You got to say.
Oh, well, depends on what it is. It could be either.
Okay. Chicken. Baked or fried chicken?
Oh, I mean, the health side of me would say baked, but I do have the guilty side of fried chicken.
Exactly. Okay. Your first New York job or like first survival job?
I mean, my first job, I was a cashier at Pathmark.
Okay.
In between, like in the summers between college.
Mm-hmm. Your favorite essential? What? You got it.
Yeah, essential.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your spring flower. You see this flower and you're just like love seeing this in spring.
I'm not really good with flowers, but I'm gonna say Yellow Roses because that's my favorite Dolly Parton song.
Love that.
I mean, one of my favorite of hers.
Yeah.
Your favorite comfort food that you're cooking, like right now, like that you're just like, I need this in the quarantine. It's making me feel safe.
Well, I don't really cook much, but my favorite comfort food would be chocolate Twizzlers.
Chocolate Twizzlers,
like dark licorice Twizzlers.
It's so very few stores sell it now, but it's Hershey's chocolate is the Twizzler. So instead of like strawberry, it's chocolate, but it's made with Hershey's chocolate. And the only stores I've seen it so far at still are Harmon's on 23rd and 6th, and where I am in Brooklyn, the Rite Aid down the street has them. It's not every place has it now.
So it's okay, hold on. So it's Twizzler texture, but it's chocolate flavored?
So yes. So it's like a strawberry Twizzler, except it's Hershey's chocolate. It is so delicious.
Weird.
I grew up, there's this candy store near me where on Long Island called Lazar's, and they had chocolate Twizzlers. So growing up, that's how I was introduced to it. And now that I see Twizzlers makes it my favorite.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
You learned something new.
All right.
3 things in Boston that you must do, because you lived in Boston for a little while, yes?
Oh, yes. God, it's so different now. But I would say to visit the South End, even though it's so corporate now. You have to go to the American Repertory Theater and see a show, because I used to work there. Mm-hmm. So Harvard, also tour around Harvard Square. I mean, Copley Square used to be my favorite, and you should go for ice cream at JP Licks, and it's just a short walk from Copley Square.
JP Licks.
Yeah.
All right.
I love that. Okay, last question. We were talking about mega mixes. What classic show needs a mega mix at the end of it?
Wow. I think Les Mis could use a mega mix at the end.
Sure, Stars, a repeat of Stars.
Yes,
Yeah.
but like a techno version of Stars.
In their
Yeah.
multitudes. Oh, well, thank you so much for joining us, Adam. This was so fun.
Oh my God, thank you for having me. I had a lot of fun. It was a blast.
It's
Yay.
our pleasure. Where can people find you on social media and find your podcast and your blog?
So my podcast you can find on the Broadway Podcast Network at Bearing It All with Call Me Adam. And social media, you can find me at Call Me Adam NYC. And my website is callmeadam.com.
Perfect. Easy.
Yeah.
Cross-platform.
Yes.
We love it. We love to see it. Alan, will you pop on here really quick? Now, can you tell us about some of the things that people can find on the Town Hall at Broadway Together on the Broadway Podcast Network?
Oh, yeah. So Broadway Together, it's unifying. It's our attempt to unify all of the online events that are happening all over the internet with all the people that are doing things right now, because there's just such a hard time doing like live stream here and Facebook here and YouTube there. So if you go to bpn.fm/Broadway Together, then you can easily have one calendar that has as much information as we can keep up with and populate. And we're actually partnering with Playbill on that. So Playbill's populating it, we're populating it, and we're sharing the same calendar. So it's been really, really good. And like, it's 5:07 Eastern right now at 6 o'clock. I'll be back here again with Kristen Chenoweth and Alana Levine doing another podcast episode. And then Josh Lehman is doing Josh Swallows Broadway tonight at 9. So we have our own programming, of course, that's going on. And it's just kind of all over the place. It's good.
Yeah, so go check that out at bpn.fm/Broadway Together to see what kind of content you need. Thanks, Alan.
No problem.
You can find our podcast at Equity One Podcast on Instagram and Facebook, and on Twitter at equity1_.
Send us an email at equity1podcast@gmail.com and let us know your thoughts.
Yeah,
Ellie,
and make sure to still be subscribing and leaving 5-star ratings and reviews on iTunes, please. Thank you so much. I'm at Elliot Maddox on everything. Caleb, where can people find you?
At Caleb Dickey on everything.
And until next time, cheers! Cheers! Cling!